my god, I'm like getting teary. This show is just so special. Hi besties, welcome back to another Yap and Chat about Agatha All Along. If you're new here, hi, I'm Jess. I make a lot of Marvel content here on YouTube and TikTok and Instagram. As always, just like in my other videos, we're going to be talking about major plot points from Agatha All Along, so if you don't want spoilers, now's your chance to, everybody say it with me, get out of here. In 3, 2, 1, let's go. You guys, I thought the Billy reveal episode was going to be my favorite one. This episode absolutely blew me out of the water. I honestly am truthful when I say I think this might be one of the best things that Marvel has ever done. The storytelling and the plot of this one was just like, I have watched the episode twice now and I'm still processing everything that happened. And Patti LuPone is just so good. I don't even know where to begin because there was just so much that happened in this one. The way they started it out with Lilia falling and the parallels between her fear in the very beginning clip versus the end when she's actually falling and she's like accepted the fact that she's going to die is gut-wrenching and so beautiful in itself, you know? Oh my god, I'm like getting teary. I didn't really realize like how much Lilia's character meant to me until like watching that episode. Oh my god, I don't know why it's like hitting me so much right now. What is grief if not love persevering? I think, you know, as someone who's still trying to find myself, this episode spoke very deeply to me. I still am trying to discover who I am, and Lilia kind of coming to terms with this and watching her progression through the gaps and the time jumping and everything. It was just so beautifully done in a way that told her story so well. I'm like, I'm trying to put into words like how much this one meant to me. I really loved how the show all came together for this one and how it flashed back to all of Lilia's little moments throughout the show and how it went from us thinking it was try to save Agatha to don't try to save Agatha, she was trying to warn Alice, and the I love you guys because she found her coven. There were just so many like good themes. There were just so many beautiful themes in this one of like finding your family and finding yourself. I just think the writers did like such a good job. I truly was not expecting to get this emotional filming this for you guys. Like it I thought it was such a cool episode. Like, I don't know, I just like think the more I'm reflecting on it, the more I'm picking up the little pieces. The part where she was like saying goodbye to all of them and like giving them final words of encouragement and like giving Teen back his book and everything, and then she goes to close the door and she says, I loved being a witch. I should have known it was all over for me at that point. No, I kind of knew it was coming when she was talking to Jen in the tunnel and she was saying like, I was having gaps in my early childhood and I'm having them again, and I think it's because I'm coming to the end. As soon as she said that, I was like, oh. Bye, Lilia. Okay, get it together, get it together. Incredible how fictional characters can make us feel like this. Wow. This show is just so special. We're gonna talk about the happier stuff now because there were some parts of this episode that made me laugh a lot. We got a lot of great one-liners in this one. I think one of my personal favorites was teenager. Oh, using his full name. Whoever came up with that, genius. That was hilarious. If you want straight answers, talk to a straight lady. I also loved when Billy and Agatha first got into the trial room and Agatha was looking at her costume and was like, you know, they based it off of me. And Billy was like, prove it, bro. Like, the costumes in this episode were so fun. I loved that it played into Lilia's annoyance of the stereotypical witch. And they all looked so good. Billy as Maleficent in full makeup, a slay. Billy's little queer aunt comment, that was hilarious. And the last one that I can think of right now that made me cackle was, what can I say? I love the bad boys. But yeah, I think out of the whole season so far, this has definitely been my favorite episode. I think a lot of the cast has been saying this is their favorite too, and I can see why. I can see why. It was so beautifully done. I still think the coolest thing is how they sprinkled little things in throughout the show, and we finally got the full picture this time around. The reveal of the tarot card spread too was so cool, and how they showed each character lining up with the card they correlated with and what Lilia saw that correlated with the card. Like, I cannot get that image of Catherine Hahn with like the 3 tree branches behind her as the swords out of my head. Like, that was crazy. And then ending it with the Time in a Bottle song was just like gut-wrenching. Oh, it's happening again, it's happening again. The fact that she like stays back and sacrifices herself for her coven, and she like realizes how much she needs them, and when she like pulled the card and was like, my coven, I needed you, and she like put it down. Oh, Lilia. I was talking about this with Shay earlier because we were like talking about the episode. I can see them going one of two ways with Lilia. Either she really is dead, which I think was a beautiful way to end her story. Or I keep seeing theories that people are saying in order to get off the road, you have to die. I can see them kind of like reuniting with them at the end of the road. I don't know what I want more. I miss Lily. I'm really sad she died. But I also feel like they closed out her story so beautifully that it would kind of be a disservice to her if she was like brought back, you know? So I'm really curious to see what they'll do. And my last final thought is I'm really trying right now to decipher her last message to Agatha when she calls you a coward, hit the deck. Lilia was seeing things when she was time slipping through herself. And since she died, I'm assuming she's no longer going to be with them moving forward. So either she knows something or saw in the future something that she's not going to be there for, or she's actually alive and she didn't really die. So I guess that's also part of why I have that theory about like what they'll do with Lilia. I can't believe next week is like the last 2 episodes. I know I said that the last couple times, but like, man, like the finale's next week. I don't want this show to end. It's so special. Talking about this episode out loud is making me realize how much more deeply it impacted me than I thought. I don't want it to end. Thank you guys so much for listening to me cry about Agatha. I love being a Marvel fan. Oh, I love being a Marvel fan. If you like this video and are looking for more and want to hear my thoughts on the Agatha finale next week, be sure to like and subscribe below. And a huge massive shout out to Marvel Freak 247 and Challenger Girl for being channel members. Channel members get early access to videos, behind the scenes, and more. So if you're looking for that and are interested, there's a little button in the description below. And I will see you guys next week for our final Agatha All Along video chat. Wow. I can't believe it. I love you guys so much. You guys are my coven. I will see you all next week. Bye!